We did get a donation I wanted to read real quick. $25 from Fist Truck, who says, "Have money for Slidey Gunny, Pog, Pog, Pog." And that went towards the Snow Brothers Sombrero % run later today, where the runner will be wearing a sombrero. We meet that, so that's very important. All right, let's go ahead and swap over and hand it back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. My name is DemonicRobots again. I am joined by Bunky, who was my previous commentator for Control, and we're going to be playing a very different game. We Happy Few is a dystopian, Orwellian survival open world game. We're going to be doing none of that. We're going to be doing one of the DLCs. So this game has 3 DLCs that are linear stories involving side characters from the main game, and basically giving them a unique item, a unique story, and all that stuff. If you own this game, if you bought it originally, you would know that it's kind of decent. It just feels weird. The DLCs are really good and much better than the main game. We're going to be doing Lightbearer. There's 3 of them that you could possibly do. Lightbearer is going to follow the story of Nick Lightbearer. And essentially, as my friend Igdices likes to describe it, this is basically Austin Powers meets Dante's Inferno. So take that how you will. We're going to be getting in here right now, playing on the easiest difficulty. This game is going to be very different from my Control run, much less glitchy. And yeah, we're going to get started here after this loading screen, and once we load in, timer will begin. And if Bunky, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. But
I've never seen this run before, so
we're basically going to be a drug-addicted rock star in this hotel room is how we're going to start out. And time. Like, as in, go. Sorry, should have made that more clear. But, welcome to Lightbearer. Right now, we're going to be collecting a couple of things. We're going to get a broken guitar amp, and we're going to get our guitar. This is going to be our main weapon and tool for the game. We can use it for things like vibing with the golden statues, which will tell us the way to go. So, we're going to get out of here. Right now, we have the angry hotel manager on our doorstep, and we're going to want to avoid him. We're going to be picking up a couple of objects that we're going to be using for healing and to move faster. So we can grab these coffee cups, and that is going to give us both health and more stamina, which is what we use to move around. And joy pills, which are very important in the actual game. They're less important here. They're more basically just healing items. But I think we all can, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Empathize with, you know, being drunk in your hotel room and then ending up in a ventilation system. So right now we're going to grab some things. It's trying to have us to vibe with our guitar. We're going to grab this key that's going to allow us to get into some of these hotel rooms. We don't need to fight this guy. There's some that we do need to fight, some that we don't. It kind of just depends on the area.
So similar to knowing which enemies you have to fight and control, right?
Exactly. Also, there's a talking rat named Virgil. Pretty cool guy. But yeah, so we're gonna get around him, hit this elevator button, and it's gonna take us in here. There's a couple of enemies here. A few of them are the ladies who are infatuated with Nick Lightbearer, and so we're just gonna kind of ignore them for now. It's also gonna make more sense in that in the main game, you find Nick Lightbearer actually dead of an overdose in his bathtub. And that's like kind of the story of this game. It's like what's happening after, and it's him trying to like redeem himself, so to speak. And you know, it's kind of like Dante's Inferno, where he's like trying to, you know, navigate hell to reclaim himself, basically. So that's why this game is going to get very trippy very quickly. But here we go. We have escaped our the hotel, and right now he's just trying to find some new clothing because he's covered in blood. He can't remember anything, and he's thinking that if he plays his guitar, it will allow him to kind of remember what happened yesterday. Also, we have press right here. They will flash us with their cameras and make us blind like that. Usually it doesn't happen. I do apologize for that. Usually it doesn't happen from behind you, but
that's weird.
This game is a little wonky.
So question, and sorry if you said this already, but is this a linear game, open world game? I've never seen it before.
The DLC is linear. The actual game, the main game, is an open world game. So this is very different from the actual main game itself, which is why I like it as a speed run. Also, we're gonna take a couple of drugs here. Kids, don't do drugs because otherwise you will end up very, very tiny. Oh, whoops, let's try that again. Trying to jump all the way over here. We can make this jump. I don't know why I can't do it right now. But it's fine. We don't really take much damage, so that's okay. There we go. So right now we're gonna navigate this. Oh, whoops, let's try that again. Have to try that. There we go. So right now we're navigating this, and basically this is him talking about his regrets of, as he likes to put it, as shagging some of the birds is the way that he puts it, you know, very Austin Powers, yeah baby kind of like attitude. And it's basically him like, hey, I kind of cheated on my wife, that was a really bad thing to do. And it's gonna be a very common thing of him having done bad things and then him trying to rectify those as best as he can. Alright, so we're gonna do some more navigation here. I'm trying to get as little climbing animations because falling or even a little bit, or like right there, you get a lot of animations that are slow. You can't really skip them, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm also doing this because it doesn't actually slow you down to throw things, but we want to reload for the fight coming up later on.
Interesting weapons though, for sure.
Oh, what? Okay, that's fine. I'll just go up here. Yeah, so all the DLCs have their own unique weapons. They Came From Below has a ray gun. This game we have the guitar and like music themed weapons like the golden records, and then we get a whip that you can use to move around and fight enemies. In the other DLC, We All Fall Down. So we're gonna come over here, we get more pills, and we actually get a boss fight. So we need to throw records at her head. Whoops, there we go. This is kind of weird because her hitbox moves a lot, and that's the only way that we can do damage. So I'm going to try and hit it as much as I can. There we go. And perfect. So it turns out we did not attack our wife. We attacked a robot that was like memorializing his house. So this is supposed to be like a look-alike house. But in probable reality is they took over his house after he died and then, you know, made it a museum. So that's kind of what happens here. And along with that, a very common theme with this game is memory loss and dealing with unpleasant memories. It's a huge theme in the main game. Here it's a little bit less. But that kind of explains, you know, what's going on for the most part. All right, so we have a combat fight right here. Don't worry, we're not actually killing them. We're just blowing their minds with our fantastic music. See, mind blown. So we need to get a new guitar amp because we can't really play ours properly. Do I need to kill you? I think I do need to kill you. There we go. Mind blown. And then we can talk to this guy right here. Or girl. But the guy's under the counter. There he is. So that is the owner. He basically says to us like, hey, your credit's no good here. You owe me this stuff. And he can't pay for it. So now he needs to get the amp back from the manager, which the hotel owner stole from his room because he didn't pay for it and he trashed the room entirely. So that's kind of basically what he has to do now. He has to go into the manager's room, take back his amp, and that's going to allow him to play his guitar properly so he can remember what happened. And they don't really like him too much. So we're gonna have to disguise ourselves as a bellboy.
A disguise. Maybe a Nick lookalike contest.
Also, another thing is there's actually a Nick lookalike contest where people dress up like Nick Lightbearer. And it's kind of reference to what you do in the first game, where one of the side missions is you actually dress up as Nick Lightbearer and perform at a concert. So it's kind of just like a little throw to the main game, which many people haven't really played. But if you didn't really like the game too much but you own it, I'd recommend checking out the DLC because I think the DLCs are really nice, like small contained pieces. They're not what they were in the game where it was like it's kind of open world, wasn't really like 100% on the mechanics and stuff like that.
To be safe.
So here we go. We're gonna do a distraction. if you notice at the very beginning of the game, there was a lady in the vents who was stuck there, so she needed some help. And Nick wasn't going to help her really, but he kind of just did right there by letting the manager know so he can go deal with that. We're going to pick up that note that tells us where his room is. Because we're dressed as a bellboy, they think we're that. So we got to take this Bobby investigation bag, some scotch, and we are good to go. That's also how he heals for most of the game, is with pills and alcohol. Although later on you will not be able to use those, so we kind of only get them for this the beginning area and the mid game.
I didn't mean it.
Also, for whatever reason, this game actually has a lot more unskippable cutscenes, or this DLC has a lot more unskippable cutscenes than the other ones. In the other runs for this game, you actually can skip a lot of these cutscenes, but for whatever reason we can't here. Like this is the second DLC, with the first and the third one, you can skip pretty much all the cutscenes. But here we have to get a little bit more. There we go. We get an upgrade for our guitar. It allows us to vibe and serenade people a little bit more easily.
Very interesting goals we have here.
Yep.
What does a run boil down to? Is there RNG or is it just execution?
It's mostly execution of just really good movement, trying to skip those animations when you can, and overall just like, you know, being really good with the boss fights and stuff like that, and managing your stamina as well if you can.
I'm leaving.
Oh, my dry
Gotcha.
Sound check.
So here we go.
Dust on my shoe.
He remembers the night before, and now he knows that he needs to go to the to the park from the night before. Oops. There we go. Sorry. This game is a little glitchy. You can go through doors. Like, the moment you open them, the doors open. Like, they're very frame, but the animation shows that's not. So you can kind of get some wonky stuff with it where it looks like I'm phasing through the doors, but it's really I'm just opening them and going through them immediately before the animation of the door opening plays out. Also, his real name is Norbert Pickles, but it just doesn't have the same ring to it. Right? Got to serenade Nuala, Romper, and Nigella Pritchard. This game is essentially based off of a world where England lost World War II, and therefore they lost all their children. So to help with the memories that weren't fun, they take joy pills, which makes them happy and makes them forget like their memories, but it also causes them problems. And we find out our buddy Virgil, the manager of us, has died. We don't remember why. We don't know, but there's some hints about Foggy Jack, and that's a possibility that our boy Nick Lightbearer is actually Foggy Jack in disguise. So kind of a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing going on there is what they're implying. So yeah, more unskippable cutscenes, unfortunately. But that's the first day. There's 3 days that he has to like deal with this stuff. So we take our pills and then we wake up the next day, completely not remembering anything. I can go this way now. Here we go. Gonna grab some scotch. Now we're gonna head down to the barn because again, Nick is he's not very good at making like life decisions that are like healthy, but we're trying to fix that. That's kind of the main point of the game. Here we go. We meet Mori Memento. Oops. And I am unable to skip this cutscene. I wish I could. It's a long one. But at least the dialogue is very good and well written.
No, I'm merely in proximity to the bar. You look like hell, by the way. I suppose they tart you up a bit for the pictures, do they?
So basically, Mori Memento is playing the song from our memory, but he can't play it because he has a piano tuner.
Trying to work up, mostly to irritate her. You'd think that a dancer would be
Bubblegum
musical,
pop. Psh.
but Dottie only likes bubblegum pop. Did I mention she's a fan of yours?
So now we're learning where we can get the piano tuner from.
What you were playing before?
And this is also playing into it as like Nick was a pretty bad person.
I just think it was very
So
catchy.
like you'll find that he's inadvertently helping people. Like he's like helping this guy advance his career, he helped the girl in the event, stuff like that.
I'll be glad to put in a good word with the scene.
Oh, but I can't play it for you today.
Why the fuck not? Sorry.
Trollop stole my piano.
And that's actually a good time for donations if we have any.
Better that way. I can't be
Yeah, just want to remind folks that we are raising money for Save the Children. Save the Children does whatever it takes to ensure that all children survive, learn, and are protected through 3 global goals by 2030. 1, no child should die from preventable causes. 2, all children should have access to a quality basic education. And 3, no child should be a victim of violence. Save the Children is worldwide for over 100 years and in 120 countries to give children a future. So, any money you have to throw towards the charity is super appreciated.
Awesome. Yeah, donate if you can. It's going for a good cause. I think that they were very close to 200, right?
We are $1.99 and 5 pennies.
Okay, yeah, let's try and hit 200 before the end of this run. I believe in you guys, chat. You have about like 15 more minutes to do it. But yeah, if you can, make sure to help out. It's going to a good place. And here's another reason why you don't do drugs, because we are now getting another hallucination scene. And this one gets a little weird. So just a fair warning.
Actually heinous.
This is where the Austin Powers meets Dante's Inferno, right there. Yeah, this is the super trippy part. I would say this one, out of the 3 DLCs, this is probably the worst speedrun one, but it's probably the best casually to play.
It looks cool, to be honest.
Oh yeah. We got this stuff right here. You know, just totally normal stuff. We're almost there. We're gonna get to the door, no problem. And oh no. Is this it? Wait, come back, please. I'm trying to go fast. So this is more implications that Nick Lightbearer is Foggy Jack. Who's basically, you know, Jack the Ripper is how they paint him as in the game. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's not good. But they basically paint him as like the bad guy. And that's what they're trying to make sure you know about.
Always haunted me. Why me?
And
Why not his
face.
Oh, no, don't think about that.
So we're still not out of it yet. We actually have this upcoming next part, which is kind of weird because now we are on the floor, right? We just fell down. No, that's normal. Wait. Oh. We're on the ceiling. That's interesting. So fun fact, my controls are actually inverted here. Moving my mouse left moves my camera right, and then vice versa, up, down. So it's always kind of weird when you're doing this part. You have to like remember.
To push S to move forward?
You still hold W at least. They were at least nice enough about that. It's just the mouse ones. But it can definitely get you when you're like you don't remember it in time, and if you try and turn, you're like, whoa, what's happened there? Here we go, just gonna get through our doorway right here. All right, now it's not gonna mess with our camera. We just need to run straight down this hallway. Oh, that's weird. Why is my camera going upwards? I'm not moving it. Oh, it's because we're falling down the hallway.
Oh. Is this a specific genre of horror, or?
It's definitely like, oh, what's it called? What's the movie? Oh man, I can't remember it. Midsummer. That's what I was thinking of. That's like, it's kind of like that horror.
Purples.
But here we go. We are no longer on drugs, and we're no longer taking purples.
Nick Lightbearer.
And I'm not sure. Should we show a cutscene here? An optional cutscene. It's a pretty good one. Tech, would you mind? It's like I think a 2 or 3 minute cutscene. It's pretty good.
Yeah, go for it.
My twin Dottie.
Cool. I think we're a little ahead on the marathon, so.
Smart one.
But we're trying to get our piano tuner, but Dodo doesn't really want to give it to us because, you know, she wants to tame a bad boy.
As one does.
And Nick Lightbearer is a bad dude. He's a rock star. He's a partier.
What have you heard?
You're trouble. You need a girl like me to tame you. Oh, I love to tame a bad boy. Oh, it gives a girl such a sense of satisfaction.
Look, love. I'll just get that tuna and go.
So you could just attack Dodo and get it, but she wants us to dance for the dancer. So we're gonna dance.
Oh my.
Like I said, Austin Powers meets Dante's Inferno.
I'm seeing this now.
Hello, my lovely.
That dance seems a bit tame for a bad boy.
Is this?
I don't think she likes our dancing though, sadly.
Yeah.
No, don't spray me with stuff.
You're dancing more
Oh, hold on. There we go. So we need to kill her, and now we can go search her room and get the piano tuner and get out of here. I don't want to get spanked. Get away from me. Oh, okay, this is normal. Oh, this might be bad. Oh, are we okay? Yeah, we're fine. Almost died there. That's okay. And we are good to go. So yeah, that was Dottie. Or no, I'm sorry, Dodo. Not a very nice, pleasant lady, I would say. I didn't get a very good vibe from her. Here we go. We have the piano tuner though. Just need to return back to Mori Memento and he can play that tune for us so we can remember what happened last night.
Aren't you eager to please? Worried I'll forget you when I'm on top the way you did me.
Also, if there are any donations or anything like that, feel free
I'll even let
to
you
say
pay
them now.
back up.
Oh, well, it's very generous, mate. Now, would you play the song, please?
You really want it?
Please.
Or if not, that's okay. I don't mind. Keep on talking.
Anticipation.
We get to listen to this amazing piano track by Mori Memento. Totally didn't steal it.
Voice acting seems pretty good too.
Oh, that's like the best part. The voice acting is like 10 out of 10 in these DLCs.
Where have I heard that tune before?
The brand new Mori Memento composition.
No, I've heard it.
Fine. I heard someone humming it on the roof last night, but I did put my own spin on it.
The roof?
I made it my own. That takes talent too. Hey, you'll still talk to Virgil for me, won't you?
I have to go.
I knew it. You never help anyone but yourself. You're a
Sam?
scoundrel and a fraud, Norbert Pickles. And
Wow.
You look
Not-
silly in
you
puff
can't insult the
sleeves.
puff sleeves. These look great. I'm so... Oh, man. What a mean thing to say. My puff sleeves are fantastic. So normally we can do a skip here where we can actually go through the water.
It's not quite a rooftop
But
spot,
unfortunately,
is it?
we do not have enough health for that, so we're going to take this the slow way. There we go, and that should turn off this one. And then we bounce it off that. Then there. And then there. Oh, that's okay. So we're going to go through here. Normally, we would just run through that, and it's actually faster. But sadly, I did not have enough health because we got some weird RNG with the enemies there. But, oh no, we find... This is the... This is the person who refused to give us a new amp from the music shop.
Murdered?
Not really a great
Last
guy,
night?
but you know, happens.
When I don't remember where I was.
We gotta get these guys. We have a little fight here. I don't know where these people come from. Uh-oh, this might be bad. No, you love my records.
I hate your new
Ah, okay, that's fine. So we died
no.
there because of bad RNG, but no, we're just going on a world tour. You know, it's fine. Just a world tour.
That was a quick death too.
It's not quite a rooftop spa, is it?
There we go. No horrific death at all. Really? Also, if you notice, this is the tune that he's been hearing, the da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go. I'm gonna grab this pill right here, open this up. I'm just gonna use that. It's gonna give us a little bit more health. The attacks are very weird. Your projectile is the guitar notes, but they aren't really that good.
A trail of blood.
Grab some stuff right here. This should open this up. Let's do this properly now.
Murdered? Last night, when I don't remember where I was.
There we go.
Oh,
I love you so much.
Don't worry, just blowing their mind right there. And here we go. We see the bellboy suit that we had on from yesterday. And there's also Virgil.
was I?
Hey, Virgil. How you doing?
Your clothes lying about.
Just a talking rat again. This is the manager that we killed the first night.
Something
Because-
jogs your memory.
No. I don't want to remember. I don't want to remember.
Yeah, we learned that there was a concert up here. And somebody killed the guitar shop manager. And the game strongly implies that it was us and our alternate ego, Foggy Jack.
Ooh.
So, here we go. We wake up in our hotel again, the third and final day. And Nick has sworn off drugs. No more drugs or alcohol or anything like that. So, yeah, so what that means is that we can no longer use joy pills or alcohol to heal ourselves. We have to use coffee, which is good because it actually makes us go faster,
Party favors ever.
which is nice.
I can never play ahead, Nick.
Backwards.
But we are now going to probably the hardest fight in the game outside of the final boss fight. This is a lot of enemies that we have to deal with, and we unfortunately cannot run past them. So this is the look like me contest,
Like me contest.
and this is where Nick is trying to tell himself that he's a bad dude. He was the one that committed all those murders as Foggy Jack.
It's not your turn, sweetie.
But it's me, Nick.
He's
I'm
bad.
dangerous. I'm bad. I'm pure evil.
That's trying a bit too hard, I'm afraid. See, we want a Nick who seems dangerous, but
Fun
in a
fact,
cheerful,
Dolly Parton entered a
unthreatening way.
Dolly Parton lookalike
Listen,
contest
I've
and
seen
lost.
Nick. You don't even look
So
like Nick.
this is kind of the inspiration here for this one. So we're gonna hit all of these enemies. We're gonna try and take them out as best as we can. We want to manage our energy as best we can. These guys can be a little annoying. There we go, knock those guys down. Dottie is just still dancing to her bubblegum pop. And there we go. Oh, what? Oh, hi there. Where did you come from? Aw, come on, Pippa Coke. And there we go. So we defended ourselves, you know, by blowing their minds, and now we need to find a place to hide.
This is a very jarring game to watch for the first time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, I can go to the beach.
There's a lot that goes on here. And going on to context, it doesn't make any sense. Also, jump scare. So now we are descending further into the hotel, and therefore it's like Dante's Inferno, descending further into the layers of the hotel is basically like getting into hell. We find some bloodied suits, and we're like, oh man, we did all those bad crimes while we were on drugs. That's not good. And again, you know, this is after Nick died, so this is kind of all in his head before he goes. He's basically in Purgatory. So that's what we got here. We have a walking sequence. I'm just throwing these because it's fun. They actually have like pretty good bounce physics, which is kind of cool. And it doesn't really lose you any time to do this. So it's just something to
I
pass
don't
the
like
time.
what I'm
But we're
thinking.
coming up towards the end of the game.
This is definitely one of the most
Please be
bizarre
okay out.
character arcs I've ever seen in a game.
Yeah. Funny enough, the other DLC is relatively tame and normal to this. They just got really creative with this one.
Am I?
So don't mind what's going on. But this is basically Nick going like, I really wanted to be a good person. It was the drugs that messed me up. I regret my actions. You know, this kind of stuff.
I can get behind that. It's definitely a game I want to check out after seeing it.
Oh
here.
yeah.
I took all those drugs, so I wouldn't know how bad I was.
Like this game definitely has really good themes. I just think that the main game isn't like what they wanted to go for. It should have been a much more linear game, but they wanted it to be open world because this game was like one of those early access titles that really changed over time.
I was gonna say, didn't that game come out unfinished?
I killed
Yeah,
Virgil,
they did
didn't
finish
I?
it eventually, but as you can see here, but it's like they definitely wanted to go for something else after a while. But here we go. We actually learned something. We are not the one who killed all those people. Instead, it is a man named Foggy Jack. who was a big fan and wanted us to notice him. He basically wanted his senpai to notice him, but we're not going to do that. We are going to not notice him. So we're running here. Right now we're just navigating this area. Got hit by there, that's okay. And we're basically just trying to get through the maze, get ourselves out of here and get to the stage where we're going to fight him as the final boss. So this is basically kind of the idea of like the inner demon that we have to defeat. He's right here. So we're going to activate these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that we have activated those, we can do damage to him.
Now to plug in and rock and roll.
Ah, hey, no. Hold on, I'm trying to get more stuff. Wait for it, and there we go. And then we can wipe all those guys out with one little thing, and then there we go. So this is kind of a cool one. This is actually a really fun fight that we get to do. So he's gonna throw these things at us, but if we hit them, they go back and hit him. So this is how we're gonna be doing damage to this guy. So these blue ones are very slow moving projectiles. The purple ones are gonna be very fast moving projectiles. And then the big mask we will have to hit with the golden records, which I'm gonna reload now. We have time. There we go, that's first phase. We should have a guy spawn here. We're gonna hit him there, and then right there. Oh, hey, I thought I got you. Sorry, there's just a bunch of Foggy Jack minis running around. Don't know why.
It's very
those
funny.
Are the fast ones.
It's very funny how your weapon is just like, playing guitar chords.
Exactly. It's kind of just hilarious.
Like, I know you've been doing that the whole run. It's just, you know.
And golden records as well. And we heal with drugs. Again, they got very creative with this DLC.
I feel like they had a lot to do more than color this one. For sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, there you go. I'll heal right here because I have time. So these golden masks we will have to hit with a golden record and then strum our guitar to make them smaller. Oh, whoops. These ones can be a little bit weird. There we go. We get another one right here. And we want to make sure we don't allow them to hit us because that actually makes this boss fight longer because then we can't do as much damage to him. But we want to try and kill him as quick as possible. I missed one, that's okay. Oh, we got him, cool. So now we get like pretty much all these guys coming at us at once. Oh, whoops. And that's also why we don't want to get hit by them. Mask. Okay, hit those. Come on. There we go. It's gonna break them into 3. And time is gonna be coming up here when we kill the boss, so it's gonna be coming up here in just a moment. So we want to get ready for that. And time.
That's definitely one of the coolest boss fights I've seen.
It's definitely a fun one. It's really tricky to get down fast. But yeah.
It was a very unique experience to say the least.
Yeah, and this is definitely a very cool cutscene. And you know, what's a better way to end a musical fighting game than by turning it up to 11 to kill the final boss? Wait for it.
Yes. Finish him.
Also, Virgil, Dante, Inferno. There's the connection there. If Cosmic was still here, he'd notice the DMC reference. There we go. We have learned that the Foggy Jack has been killed. And we have this going on. Again, this is kind of playing into memories and all that stuff, which is a big theme of this game. And then what's a better way to end this kind of DLC without a little musical tune? And this actually was written for the game, by the way. And the voice actor did the singing too, which is nice. Definitely a really cool game with really nice DLCs. But as Nick Lightbearer is finishing up, I'll get my plugs. You know, once again, if you want to find me, I do a lot of control and stuff like that on my channel. You can follow me at twitch.tv/DemonicRobots. Bunky, if you would like to plug your Twitch channel with all your numbers or anything like that.
Yeah, with all my numbers, yeah, I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bucky21659. You can remember those numbers. If not, you can find me on the control leaderboard under Inbound.
Yep. Thanks for watching. And now we've learned that Nick has become a good new person. And, you know, what do you do when you become a good new person? You start floating into the sky. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of the event. And thank you for having me.
Thank you.